Today is Yom Yirushalyim. It's a festive day. Jews from around the world celebrate this day. We're going to talk about Yom Yirushalyim, and I'm also going to talk about other different messages and different vibes I want to put out there today. But before I start, I want to remind you once again that the 100th subscriber, wherever he or she may be around the world, she or he will get a gift for free. Shipping free, no matter where she or he is around the world. Free shipping, free gift for the 100th subscriber. My name is Jessica Madden, and I help people raise their awareness and succeed as a result. Because of awesome lessons I've learned in life, I'm happy to share those lessons and give you the tips and the tools to succeed. Today is Yom Yirushalyim, and my friend Rabbi Abel, he spoke about it in the synagogue, and I thought I would put in a couple of comments. He spoke about, I don't know if you can see it well. I added in the comments there. I hope you can see it. Those are the comments I've added in for the day on the song of Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. But before I start with Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, I want to point out something awesome. And that is that we've got the kinor, the violin right behind me. We've got the guitar, and we've got the keyboard here. I want to point out what Sadhguru says, my famous teacher, my favorite teacher, Sadhguru, Aaron Doherty, Tony Robbins, and Leo Alexandra, and a couple other awesome teachers I've got, and also Yudukevich, Rabbi Yudukevich, the Kabbalist, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, books of Musa. Wherever you look, you'll find the same concept, and that is that when you don't label an association to a situation, you pick yourself up, you succeed. You're not defined by a label, and you're not associated with a situation, in particular, a difficult one. That's my awesome message today. And why am I saying this? Because there are people who really rely on their money. And they really rely on the fact that they've got wealth today, and they don't look or think about tomorrow. And they define themselves by the present. I know a very wealthy man who is a very depressed man. All the money he's got hasn't been able to even get him past his definition of money. All he thinks about is making more money and more money. He's defined by his money, unfortunately. He suffers from depression. He's constantly constipated. And his wealth, unfortunately, hasn't given him that boost in life. A lot of people remember what happened to the famous comedian, what's his name? I forgot his name. The famous comedian who committed suicide a couple years ago, Robbins. I forgot his name. Can't remember, his name slipped my head. If you remember, please put in the comments down below. I'll probably remember it by the end of this video. He made everyone happy with himself. He couldn't define himself past his present moment, past his reality, where he felt himself consumed from day to day. And that's a sad thing, because if you define yourself and you attach a label to yourself, it's very hard to remove yourself from that label, especially if you've had that label for years and years and years and years. That's why it's so important to do what Sadhguru says. Don't allow a label to become attached to you. Allow everything to be neutral. That's my message today. It's about neutrality. It's a day of Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. It's a day of Yom Yirushalyim. Yom Yirushalyim, we call in Israel. A day of happiness, a day of openness, and a day of success. I want to hence talk about the song of Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. I've shown before a little bit in a clip. I put it out here by showing the actual paper. But I'm also going to read just a couple of words at the very beginning. Rabbi Abel spoke about it in the synagogue today, and I'm going to expand on those words which he spoke about today, which is just a short bit of the song. The song was composed by Naomi. Forgot her last name. Please put in the comments down below. This is how the words go. אוויר הרים צלול כיין, תרדמת אילן ואבן, שבויה בחלומה. העיר אשר בדד יושבת, ובליבה חומה. ירושלים של זהב, ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. So let's start by translating the first few words in the song. Avir harim salul kayayim. The air of the mountains are as clear as wine. Now most of us, when we think about wine, we actually associate wine with a lack of clarity, because that's kind of what happens when we drink wine. But the way wine, this is very rare actually, when the fact that wine was compared to clarity, was symbolized by clarity. It's a rarity. And it's actually pointing to the fact that when you make really good wine, you clear of all sediment, of all its sediment, which is unusual. Again, it's unusual to use wine as a point of clarity, but it's pointing to the idea of it's clear of sediment in the wine. The reach uranim is pine trees. The smell, the yummy, pleasant smell of pine trees. Nisa is carried beruach ha'arbaim, in the wind of the evening. Im kol pa'amonim, with the voice and the sound of the bells of liberty. Uvetardemat ilan va'even, and in the deep, tardema means deep sleep, and it is saying in the deep sleep of trees and stone. Shevuya b'chaloma, she was captured in her dream. Ha'ir asher badad yoshevet, the city which sits alone, captive, which comes from the book of, and the following verse comes from the book of Lamentations of Echa, which we read on Yom Kippur. Ha'ir asher badad yoshevet, the book of Lamentations. Uveliba choma, the city wall is actually called choma, and a few city walls are called chomatayim. And before 1967, Jerusalem was divided, and the city of peace, because Yerushalayim, Shalem, is all about peace, was divided. And it's also awesomely correlated to my message of inclusiveness, of realization that we all complement each other in this world, and nobody is divided from each other. So Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, which is actually in reference to the amazing necklace that Akiva, after he had not seen his wife for 24 years, the Midrash says that he came to see her middle, but for the most part, according to lots of opinions, Akiva had not seen his wife for 24 years, and when he met her, he gave her a necklace with the emblem of Jerusalem carved out on it. And that's what Yerushalayim is all about. That's what today, Yom Yirushalyim, is all about. It's all about Shalem, the city of unity, the city of completeness, the city of not having a label. If you look at Jerusalem today, it's not defined by a label. It's a city of unity. All three religions practice there freely. And that's Jessica Madden's message on YouTube here, all about positivity, all about complete. You can only be complete if you don't attach a label. Because once you attach a label to a situation, to a predicament, you then make your predicament become a problem, and you focus on the problem. I will now play the song Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. And there we go. I'll play it on my keyboard first. That's on the keyboard. I won't be able to do the Kinor, the violin, not yet, but we'll get in there. We will get there, not a problem. On the guitar. Sorry. Yirushalyim shel zahav. Jerusalem of gold. Jerusalem is a city of completeness, which is all about purity, all about unity, all about togetherness. We are all in this together. Lots of people take some parts of life very, very seriously, and they have feuds with others, and they don't realize that we're just a reflection of each other in this world. We are shalem together. And many of us were in different carnations. We were other genders, other races, other religions, and even other nationalities. We're all together. In this life, we have this gender, this race, this religion, whatever. In a different life, we were different. It's almost not worth paying too much attention to discord and disunity. It's worthwhile smiling and acknowledging that force of unity which unites us. Jerusalem is all about unity. Before 67, the city was divided, and then after 67, the city became unity. Everyone is important. Everyone is cherished and loved. I thought it's worth mentioning I had a very interesting situation going on in my life, and that is wherever I go, I see the color red. And I've started recently dreaming of my red car, which I'm going to have after I make my money. And wherever I go, I see the red car. Red, flash all over. And I really feel that it's because it's coming. I'm wearing a lot of red today as well. My glasses are actually red today. But lots of red going on. Also this awesome flower, which I used to use a lot in my background as my background prop in the past, is also all about red. And that's going to happen soon. My awesome, amazing red car is going to be mine soon. I've got my goal, my hopes, which is awesome stuff coming up. I'm going to be very wealthy soon. That's my message today. All about unity, all about happiness, and all about letting go of those labels and letting go of those means of association and focus with the wrong labels and the wrong focuses. If you have a situation going on in your life, look at it as an observer. Don't let it become who you are. Don't let it consume you, and don't allow those labels to become who you are. I want to point out as well that Tony Robbins mentions in one of his awesome videos, he said there was a guy called Frank who was he had been in the camps in Auschwitz, and he says, and he quotes from Frank, how he got through Auschwitz with joy and happiness. So you could take any situation and you could turn it into joy and happiness. And this guy Frank was liberated from the camps, and he eventually became very wealthy. But that's the point. You could take any situation and you can rise above it. And you can take away the label and the focus. Because focuses and disunity are not what's important. Awesome message today. Have a great Yom Yirushalyim. And remember, if I've spoken to your heart, you can like that like button. Put the like button there. And if you want to get my messages ASAP, as soon as they come out on YouTube, it's a great idea to just subscribe. And the 100th subscriber gets a free gift to be shipped around around the world for free. A free gift, shipping free. I'm doing it in order to include in my life success. I want people in my life to feel good and feel success. When you feel success, you start picking yourself up and going higher and higher and higher, and nothing can stop you. Awesome message. I'll see you in my next video. See you later.